going to have a closer look at the area of compound shapes. Okay, as you can see, compound shapes, like this one here, are made up from different types of shapes. They don't have a general formula for the area. So the area of this shape is made up out of different areas that you already know. So the easiest thing to do with a compound shape is divide your shape into shapes you already know. For example, I'm going to make a line here and draw a line here as well. And as you can see, this here is a rectangle, this is a rectangle, and that one is a rectangle. So I got rectangle 1, 2, and 3. And that's what made my compound shape. So my total area, I'm going to area T, so area total, is area 1 plus area 2 plus area 3. So I made my compound shape look like 3 rectangles. And I know the area for a rectangle, that's easy, that's just length times width. So in each case, I'm going to use a formula, length times width. First rectangle, the length is going to be, this is 5 and this is 3, so 5 times 3 centimeters squared. Your second rectangle, as you can see here, you don't really know what the length is, but you can figure it out though. You can either count the squares, okay, or you can see, okay, if this is 3, that here is also 3, and this is 3, just add them up and you get 9. So your length is going to be 9. Your width in this case, okay, you know that the full length is 6 because that's given in your exercise, but you also know by counting the squares that this is going to be 4, so this has to be 2, okay. So for the area of the second rectangle, it's going to be 9 times 2 centimeters squared. Then the area of a third rectangle is a bit easier, so that's going to be your length here. This is your length you're looking for, okay? And the total is 6, and if this is 2, then makes this is 4. So 4 times 3, which is given centimeters squared. 5 times 3 is 15. 9 times 2 is 18. 4 times 3 is 12. See, that's easy. You know these things. And together they add up to 45 centimeters squared. So the area of compound shapes, guys, just divide it into shapes that you know. Now I've used these 3 rectangles, but if you have a closer look, I can actually erase the whole thing. And I can get the area, if I erase the whole thing. I can also divide my shape into these 3 rectangles, sorry, not 2, 3. And then you have this one, and that one, okay? You could have done that as well. It doesn't matter, all right? Just pick 3 rectangles that you know, okay? It would have given you the exact same answer, all right? Now, another thing that you have to be able to do in the area of compound shapes is this. I would like you to figure out the area of the shaded part. So area of the shaded part. There's 2 options. Either you're going to go and you're going to find, okay, this is a compound shape. I'm going to divide that into 2 rectangles, so 1 and 2. Okay, that's an option, but I don't want you to use that. I want to teach you something else. Okay, this area, the shaded part, so I only want the shaded part. So I only want the yellow part. Okay, I'm going to color that yellow. This area is combined with the blue one, as you can see. And the blue and the yellow, they make up for a regular rectangle. And you know that. You know the area of a regular rectangle. So the area of a shaded part is actually the area of your rectangle, or the total area, or the area of the blue part and the yellow part. Now let's take the yellow, yeah. So that's actually the area of the total rectangle minus that blue part. So you're going to deduct the area, or the blue area, as you can see, okay? So that's a different method. I'm not saying that this is the right one. No, just pick your method, okay? So the area of the shaded part, or the yellow part, is actually the total area, so the blue and the yellow, minus the blue. So the total area, that's easy because it's a rectangle. Again, it's length times width. Minus the area of that blue part, it's also a rectangle, length times width. All right, total area, that's 30 and 15, so you have those measurements, so it's 30 times 15, this area, so it's going to be centimeters squared, minus the blue area. The blue area, you can find the measurements quite easily. If the total amount is 30 and this is 8, this has to be 22, because 22 plus 8 is 30, and the total part is 15, this has to be 11, okay? So the area of that blue part is going to be 11 times 22 centimeters squared is equal to 30 times 15 is 450 minus 11 times 22 is 242, if my calculations are correct. 450 minus 242, that makes 208 centimeters squared. So now you have found out the area of the shaded part. Okay, this is the second option. Good luck on the exercises.